Many people look at moving further east to get ahead, to get more for your money. And when a lot of people look at moving to the Fraser Valley, they look at two cities specifically, Abbotsford and Mission. And in this video, we're going to go over what the differences are between living in Abbotsford versus living in Mission. Now, a lot of people don't realize just how close these two cities are to each other. When you're leaving Abbotsford and you're heading towards Mission, it is less than 5 minutes across the Abbotsford Mission Bridge, which crosses the Fraser River. Now, in this video, we're going to focus on 5 major differences between the city of Abbotsford and the city of Mission. And if you stick around till the end, we're going to show you one major similarity. Let's get into it. All right, now one of the first things that we're going to discuss is the size of the population of the cities. In Abbotsford, it's estimated the current population is approximately 168,000 residents, and the city is growing fast. At present time, schools are not overcramped, but they are fairly full. It's uncommon to see things like portables in the school system of Abbotsford, where it is way more common in other cities of our province. Now, in comparison, the city of Mission has just below 50,000 residents, and the school systems as well are not that overcrowded. It is uncommon to see portables in the school district of Mission, again, like many other municipalities in our province, which brings me to point number 2. The second thing that we're going to focus on is amenities and recreation. Now, with Abbotsford having a much larger population, you can expect recreation to be significantly busier. Now, Abbotsford has some of the nicest parks in the entire Lower Mainland, including one of my favorites, Mill Lake Park. If you play sports or your kids play sports, Abbotsford is home to 4 arenas, including MSA Arena, which is located on Emerson Avenue, as well as ARC Arena, which is in the McMillan catchment, as well as MRC Arena, located just off of Clearbrook, and we have Summit Center Arena, which is on West Abbotsford Town Line. Now, almost all of those arenas also have pools, with the exception being MSA Arena, but Centennial Pool is right across the street. So that is a good amount of ice, it's a good amount of recreation, and it's a good amount of pools in the city of Abbotsford. Now, if you're comparing the city and the programs, the city of Abbotsford, you can expect to be fairly busy. I know when we register our kids, a lot of the programs like swimming, like gymnastics, and gym sports, volleyball and soccer, anything that's happening at the rec centers, there is usually either a waiting list or it is fairly full if you're not quick to the draw. Now, when we compare that to the city of Mission, Mission is far less busy. There are definitely less resources in Mission, but that is because of the lower population. Now, talking about Mission, there are significantly less arenas and pools in the rec system, with just one facility right now in Mission having both the pool and 2 sheets of ice. But here's the caveat. Mission is generally significantly less busy. I know for swimming lessons, for example, we've often taken our kids to do the swimming lessons there because the pool facility is great, water's warm, and the staff are amazing. It's not usually a waiting list in Mission, so if that's something that you're into, your kids are going to do swimming lessons or recreation, Mission has my thumbs up. All right, so point number 3 we're going to discuss is transit. Now, neither the city of Abbotsford or the city of Mission has any rapid transit infrastructure like some of the bigger cities in British Columbia and across Canada, like Surrey, like Vancouver, and like Ontario. This means there's not currently a SkyTrain or an express lane right now. So if you don't drive, you will rely on having to catch a bus or how to catch a cab or an Uber or a Lyft, both of which ride-hailing companies are operating in Abbotsford and in Mission. So in comparison, Abbotsford and Mission, fairly close when it comes to transit. All right, the 4th point that we're going to touch on is the cost of housing. In the city of Abbotsford, you will be paying a little bit more money if you're looking to purchase a home or rent a home than you're going to pay in the city of Mission. On average, we're seeing in today's market, homes are selling anywhere between 2.5% and 7.5% more in Abbotsford, meaning that it is going to cost you a little bit less money if you're looking to purchase a home in Mission. Now, when we're looking at neighborhood rents and you're comparing rent prices between Abbotsford and between Mission, they are fairly close. But again, because of the population being so much larger in Abbotsford, it's not only a little bit harder to find a good quality rental, but you will be expected to pay a little bit more money than you're gonna pay in Mission. All right, now the fifth point and the last point that we're going to discuss in comparing Abbotsford to Mission is shopping and restaurants. In Abbotsford, we have one major movie theater, which is located in West Abbotsford at High Street Mall. Shopping and restaurants and places to eat like Loudmouth Brewing and Greek Islands, which happens to be two of my favorite. Some of the best eats in the Fraser Valley, I believe, are in Abbotsford. Now, when we compare that to Mission and what Mission has to offer, Mission does not have a major shopping mall like we have in Abbotsford with Seven Oaks Mall and with High Street. But Mission does have some fantastic restaurants, and they also have a movie theater. And the movie theater in Mission is not only well ran, it's often a lot cleaner and a lot busier. It's not uncommon for people that live in Abbotsford to head towards Mission because it is less busy. Now, when you're comparing the food scene from Abbotsford to Mission, you're not going to be disappointed. Both of the cities have tons of options. Some of my favorite restaurants in Mission also include Rocco's Diner, which has been featured in tons of movies and tons of TV shows over the years. And they also have many of the big franchise restaurants like Brown's Social House. There's no shortage of places to eat in Mission or in Abbotsford. Okay, so that covers some of the differences between Abbotsford and between Mission. Now, I promised if you stuck around to go over one major similarity. And the major similarity between Abbotsford and Mission is just the pace and the quality of life. You're gonna find living in the valley, living in these two beautiful cities, there is an abundance of things you can do. There's great outdoors, there's awesome hikes, there's easy access to lakes and rivers. You're gonna love living in these two communities, and I guarantee if you're visiting in these two communities, you're not gonna be disappointed. There's a lot of things to look at in Abbotsford and in Mission. If your kids play sports, they're gonna be in great programs in both cities, Abbotsford and Mission, with some of the best facilities in the entire Lower Mainland. You're gonna love Abbotsford or Mission equally. I think they're both great cities. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about living in Abbotsford or living in Mission, my name is Joe Pratap with Remax. I shoot a ton of content about what it's like to live in the Fraser Valley, and I happen to live here too as well. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so that I can let you know when I have a new video, and take 2 minutes of your day to drop me a comment below. Let me know how I'm doing. Maybe there's something you want to discuss or talk about for my next video. Thanks for watching.